Welcome everybody, I'm Vance Ruff along with Jeff Marn. Continuing on the Elite Professional Bull Riders Tour, today, Kamiah, Idaho. We're about equal distance, Jeff Marn, just over the border from Montana, not far from Washington in the beautiful Clearwater Valley. Our bull riders all summer long have been building towards the finals coming up. Let's talk a little bit. We talked about the Fitzpatricks, Dalton Rudman. What about our bulls and our stock contractors as well?
Yeah, and it's exciting. We don't get to see these stock contractors every day, so I'm really interested to see what's going up in their breeding program. We got the Wyatts, the Whitfords, the Mile High String. I'm excited. Of course, the all-familiar Popo that comes from Kelly and Marty Wyatt. I love that bull, so I'm excited today. So we're going to get to see a new group of bulls that we don't get to see very often, Vance.
Well, it's going to be a great event, a little bit of smoke, but a lot of bull riding. Stick around with us. First round action right after this.
Let me introduce you to the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tire. With technology designed to conquer the harshest terrain on Earth, the KO2 is BF Goodrich's toughest all-terrain tire ever. And now, that Baja-born toughness is ready for you. Whether you're at work or at play, take on your toughest road challenges with confidence. Turn to the experts at Whalen Tire to find the right BF Goodrich tire for whatever you drive.
Whalen Tire. We know tires.
Bareback riding takes a special kind of person. It takes somebody that's willing to deal with all odds against them. Kind of like a David and Goliath type thing. You got to overcome the giant, and it's the most physically demanding event in rodeo, and man, there's nothing like it. I've tried them all, and it's the best. There are a lot of guys that chew tobacco, and I've seen my friends have the start of cancer in their lip and they change it from top to bottom rather than quitting, and I've run across guys who have to push a button to speak to me because they've gotten throat cancer and can no longer speak on their own. It takes a special person to ride a bucking horse and go against something that much bigger than you and conquer it. You know, if you can do that, then you can kick the habit of chewing. It's the same thing. Put your mind to it and you can get it done. In rodeo, you never back down from a challenge. So I challenge you. Quit chewing today.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Ruff along with Jeff Marn. It's time for the long round. We're going to kick it off. Jeff, are you ready?
It is going to be a good one. I tell you what, the smoke is clearing just enough to get to watch this bull riding, and it's going to be great. Now remember, with these young bulls, some of this might take a little longer than buck and shoot. I saw some of these bulls and the way they were acting when they were loading them, Vance. So be prepared to see some young bulls in this first round of action.
Ruben Taves, Missoula, Montana. Long round, bull, gun it.
You know, this is why we come here and watch these great athletes compete. This is also a veteran, as we've talked about in our past shows. Fresh off the boat, representing the great United States of America. Did not happen for him here tonight.
You know, but it seems like, Jeff, as we continue to watch him over the course of this summer, the light bulb is flickering. The light bulb is flickering. It's a no score in the first round here in Kamiah. But, Ruben, it's getting better and better.
It is, and you know exactly right. Watching this replay, you know what? He spent his last couple of years guarding our freedom there as a veteran there, and you saw him there. But it's going to take him a little bit of time to get back in the groove of bull riding, being back away from the other job that he has.
Dalton Howard getting set to go. Moving up a buck and shoot and warming up a bull rope. What a beautiful day here, Clearwater Valley. Like you said, the smoke is kind of clearing.
Yes, this little arena's made for bull riding. It is awesome. Right down the line, watching that bull kind of throw a little young fit in there, so hopefully he can slide ride and get out of there as quickly as possible. And that's the name of the game when you're getting on these young animals like this. They want to get out safe, but the quicker the better for both of them. Look at this little round. But we watched him there. We're going to have to watch the Whalen Tire replay coming up in about 4 seconds. It looked to me like he reached down and slapped that bull, but taking a victory lap. And now getting official word from our judges down there. They might have an infraction on there. We'll check to see on the replay what we can come up with. Well, I didn't see anything there if he went down far enough, and I think that's exactly what they're saying, is that bull went down on his front legs too much. So it looks like we're going to have a re-ride on that. It's official. We'll be back.
Well, a great try with Mud Wasp. Now we're going to Sean Best II, the Washington Cowboy. Round number 1, it's Mongo.
Mongo. Now you talked about we're going to see a lot of these great bulls here tonight, the Wyatts, the Mile High, a few Whitfords even. So, you know, the Marty and Kelly Wyatt and all these guys that are raising these bucking bulls, they put a lot of time and effort into it, as we've spoke on before. And I tell you what, to feed this one that's in the buck and shoot right now, it'd take about a round bale a day. So you're talking a little bit of expense, but we love it.
Does it ever make you nervous, Jeff Marn, when you look at the bull brand number and you see 911 next to his name? Yeah. Mongo getting set to go. He's filling up that buck and shoot.
Yeah. He is large and in charge, and not the funnest animal probably to get on. If we ask Sean right now, the veteran, of course, I'm sure proud of that guy over the career. He's been there, done that, been to a lot of them. But I'm not so sure we're not going to have another opportunity for another one. Looking at that, you saw that hind end go on that bull. Watch that slam, and I mean almost jar the plaque right out of his mouth. He slammed that bull, so hopefully that bull's all right as well, and it looks like he is for sure. Sean's going to get a re-ride. He'll be back.
Well, the re-ride opportunity as we move on to our next Cowboy. Long round continuing. A long round, then a short round. Kolton Jones, Nampa, Idaho. In round number 1, it's Power Stroke.
Yeah, Kolton Jones, we've seen him in elite professional bull riding finals before, so let's make sure we get him back there once again. I love his attitude as well. Young kid that just needs to get on a little bit more bulls, it looks like to me, and the future is bright for this talent. Another Wyatt bucking bull coming up to us here right shortly. I mean, some head slinging, Brahma twisting coming on here tonight. Look out.
Well, you see the clock right there, 6.77. It's going to be a no score going into the books for Kolton Jones. But let me take us back, Jeff, through the Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay.
Right there, really tough to get back on your boulder. And those of you that have been on a few of these that know, and those of you who haven't, you get one head slinging like that, it almost gives a little bit of a little eerie feeling wanting to creep over that front where you kind of need to be, and that looks like what happened. Just kind of got slid back on that bull rope with no way to get back. A no score.
Bridger Fitzpatrick getting set to go, the Polson, Montana Cowboy. In the long round, it's Super Trooper.
Yeah, Marty Kelly Wyatt bucking bull, Super Trooper, another one of the big brindles. I think they're a bunch of brindle-loving stock contractors in this one, but I like it. A big, strong animal there that showed Bridger not tonight.
You know, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, regardless of what Super Trooper looks like, if he continues to buck like that, Kelly's going to like him.
Yes, it's true. I like it, but watch these long jumps. You see him get back, and that I'm not blaming that on the bull by any means, but there was a way. If you get back on the rumble seat, that's what happens here. And I know that Bridger rides a lot better than that here tonight. He'll be back. He's been fighting some injuries as well. He's not feeling as good as he should, but he'll be back.
Well, no score in the long round. Well, getting his hand set in the rope, we're going to Grady Jasperson from Afton, Wyoming. Jeff, I know you like this bull. Popo.
Yeah, Popo. You talk about consistent bucking bulls, and one that maybe one of the biggest bulls that we have with a fan base in the elite professional bull riding is this bull right here. And it's owned by the lovely lady Kelly Wyatt. Watch why. This bull bucks like that each and every time. He's been featured in the short rounds. And I tell you what, they haven't been long round today, but that bull just flat bucks every time. That's what you're looking for when you're raising these good animals.
Down and out in 2.0 seconds. I know score in the books. The Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay will show it right here. It won't take long. Popo.
Yeah, just a little guy, but I tell you what, he gets it done. We like that about him. More bull riding action.
Yes, getting a bull rope pulled tight. You get a good look at our bullfighters there. Casey Stavinga, this is his country.
Yeah, this is the heart of it. Great Fitzpatrick, Polson, Montana. Another good bull rider.
No loyalty is what he's drawn in the long round. You and I talked a lot about the 3 Fitzpatrick boys, and we get to see them all summer long and really gaining momentum.
They are. They've taken it to a new level. The Northern Rodeo Association, as well as Elite Professional Bull Riding. It's good to have a spot like this to go to great bull ridings, win the money that's up for grabs here tonight. So I'm a fan favorite of these guys too. So.
Oh, wow.
But that had some clown stickers. Aubrey Smith, to your barrel, my friend. That one will horn in on your business.
2.7 seconds in round number 1 in the long round. No score in the books for Gray Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, Tyler McDade, Casey Stavanger, bullfighters doing a fine job out there here tonight as we're watching the replay. Look at that. He knows where those horns are exactly every inch. And like I said before, that's an intimidation factor.
Well, we'll be right back with more bull riding in the long round. Leaderboard's wide open. Stick around with us. Welcome back, everybody. Vance Ruff along with Jeff Marn as we continue on the long round here in Kamiah. We're going now to Coy Jones. And his draw in the long round, Huckleberry.
Yeah, I don't know much about Huckleberry, but I do know about the Mile High Bull Company. They go to a lot of futurities, a lot of good bull ridings around the country. So another one that you can look at and bet on paper that if they're bringing them, he must be able to go pretty good here. So we're going to see that's the exciting thing about this deal, is to be able to see these new up-and-coming talented bulls as well as these great cowboys here today.
Well, sliding up, getting ready to go. We're looking for our first 8-second bull ride of the day.
Oh, a young bull just kind of lost in the big noise and the lights here today. Just not quite sure what to do here. And that's exactly what we just hinted on here before. Maybe not the normal out for that bull. Maybe the first time going to a town as well. That's what you'll run into with these young ones. Some days good days, some days are not. Not the best day for that bull here today, but we got one twisted, Vince.
Well, you know, you hit it on the head. Step one, regardless of the score, getting onto that leaderboard and an opportunity to move on to the short round. A great opportunity to see it all again on the Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay in the beautiful Clearwater Valley here in Kamiah. Great camera shot.
Yeah, as you see that smoke starting to kind of settle in a little bit more, we want to wish all of our firefighters and emergency medical responders best of luck on their battles against the wildfires here, not only here in Montana as well as the surrounding areas.
68 points in the books for Coy.
James Allen, Kalispell, Montana, the Cowboy coming up to us. James. You know, James has been on the oil field, been working the last couple of weeks. He said, you know what, the only thing that I'm lacking is getting on these animals on a consistent base here tonight. James doesn't get to go do this every weekend. He says, that's kind of struggling my bull riding right now. I'm trying to get back. But he saw him sitting down like he's on the recliner back at the oil wells after a hard day of work. That's not going to cut it here today.
No, it won't. And Springsteen's going to win the battle and no score in the books in the long round. We're getting another contestant set and ready to go. Tyler Mosso, the Idaho talent.
You know, he's wearing no chaps here tonight. That could be due to that bull fighting in the buck and shoots a little bit. A lot of times if they got one that just goes out, they'll choose not to get on with chaps here, and I'm not quite sure if that's the case here or not, but this bull does look like he's got a little energy to him, Vance.
Shotgun is feeling good here in the long round. Take us right back through this Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay.
And I like the way Tyler Mosso rides. You just see him there. He's kind of, you know, it looks like he got caught thinking that bull was going to continue to spin right there, and then, you know, no excuses, it's bull riding, but he did not continue to stay on that road map right there, as we're going to keep it going.
Tyrell Toren, Kalispell, Montana, and partnered with Cowboy Hardware.
Yeah, the high school talent qualified for the National High School Rodeo Finals, and here's another talent I think as well that's, as he matures a little bit, he's going to get to where he's going to get on a lot more bulls, and you're going to find his future's bright as well. But that's a handful of buck and bull right there. It did not work out for the Kalispell.
Well, you see it on the clock, 4.67 seconds. Not quite enough. I was mesmerized as we've talked a lot about young Tyrell in the past, taking us through this Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay, actually wearing a glove in Kamiah.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard us the last time or maybe he had an incident, but we've seen him a few times just go ahead and cowboy up and get on with no glove. But I'm telling you what, if it was me, I sure wouldn't want to be in that position. The calluses pop right off there. It's an awful rough sport as it is.
Well, we talked about him earlier. He was awarded a re-ride. We're going back to Sean Best. Getting the rope ready. Judges felt like an opportunity to, the bull didn't compete to his best of his ability, or maybe it was a slip, but regardless, he's back.
Yeah, I think that
ride
bull,
number 2.
That last bull hit that hip to that back. The bull, you know, didn't give him the fair opportunity. Sean Best, one of the good champs that we've seen up and down the years here, kind of getting leaned into his hand there, and it just couldn't recover. That bull just not helping him out, jumping away the whole time, and a no score for him.
Well, right about now, as you're continuing on in the long round, and we watch the replay from Freedom Northwest Credit Union, that 68's not looking too bad.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I shouldn't even, you know, laugh at that, because you're exactly right. They're going to pay somebody a lot of money here. With 68 points, looks pretty good if you're in that position. But I guarantee you there's bull riders in this left to go that are going to say 68's not taking the money home to here today.
Well, and you come from the rough stock end of things. We've both roped. I roped Kev's. The banker has yet to ask me how fast I was, as long as I was putting money in the account.
Yeah.
As we go to Riley Freeman from Middleton, Idaho. His draw in round number 1, Ricochet.
Yeah, Ricochet. We've seen this bull up and down the road a few times. I do like this way. And he's a good looking, I tell you what a throw rug this would be. Check out the hide on this one here. I like it. Around the corner he should be just another one of those bulls that looks like he should fit. The bull rider's pretty good, but the boys are having a rough time so far. At a 2.2, you saw him reach down there. It looked like he slapped that with a free arm. Another victim in Kamiah.
Boy, I mean, the bulls look great today.
And I correct myself, I didn't even touch that bull coming around, but he just didn't have the right feeling or right holt on that bull when he come around. There's just nobody home.
Well, set down on the ground, no scores in the books as we move on to Trevor Toomer. Copperhead, the bucking bull. Tell me about the Montpelier, Idaho Cowboy, Jeff.
You know, what a good talent as well. And I find myself saying that a lot because I've seen these guys up and down the road. There is a lot of good talent. But the way to use your talent is maybe getting on a lot more bucking bulls. We're going to see how Trevor's coming to play here this part of the season. But there's a lot of great schools, as we're going to talk here coming up to us. We're going to see how he comes to play here. Nice. Hey. No.
Wow, 5.67 seconds. That was close. I really thought he had a good seat in the start there.
If they were paying on close, we'd all be rich here right now. But about 5.5 seconds, that just makes me want to boil because he had the money in his hands. We're going to watch it. You couldn't make it look any prettier right here. Around the corner, sets his feet, toes are turned out, just making the move, sitting very square, chin down, and right here he's thinking, where is that whistle? And there, I just don't see any reason that would have caused him to go out the back end like that. You know, but like we said, we're not on the back of him. We're talking right here. It makes it a lot easier, man. It's rough, I can tell you that.
Well, it is my preferred spot.
Mine as well.
As we get another one ready to go, Kamiah long round continuing. Kamiah bull bash, about equal distance as Jason Dugan, also from Idaho, warms up the bull rope on Huey. We're about equal distance from Montana to Washington. In the panhandle of Idaho, great view, great setting, great bull riding.
Yes, centrally located for rodeo, and that's what's good. You might have to take 99 miles of windy road to get here, but it's worth the drive, and if you ever have that opportunity, please do. Let's get a bull ride right here. Come on. Come on, Mr. Dugan. We are still planting bull riders here in Kamiah.
That looked like a lot of power. 2.3 seconds on the clock. No score in the books for him. We're going to go back to that replay. Thanks again to Freedom Northwest Credit Union. Take us through right here.
You know, but this is what we talked about in our opening anyway. We knew there was going to be a lot of young bulls, talent here, and we just didn't know how this was going to match up. But so far, these guys are raising them bred to buck, and it's showing here today, man. The bulls are winning.
Well, the leaderboard is Coy Jones, 68 points, leading the way in round number 1. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Truck manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Can I help you?
Do you have a replacement for this oxygen sensor?
Oh, yeah. Watch this. Hey, Rick, what do you think?
Zirconium dioxide, 5-wire. Yeah, we got that. That's part number 24302.
What aisle?
Third.
Shelf?
Second. From the bottom.
That's like a superpower. Like a strange and specific superpower.
I heard that.
Let me get that for you.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Quality parts.
Helpful people.
That's Nampa know-how.
Out here, we love our animals, from the wildlife to the livestock. Inside, it's the same. They're just like family. We keep them happy and healthy, most of the time. Secondhand smoke puts pets at risk for cancer, feline lymphoma, vomiting, increases the risk of tumors and lung cancer, even causes eye and skin disease. Secondhand smoke puts your pet's life at risk.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Ruff along with Jeff Marn. Long round here in Kamiah, Idaho, continuing. Cody Gerard, the Washington Cowboy. Smoking Deer.
Smoking Deer. I don't name them, but I guarantee it, we're going to see some kind of reason why they'd name a Smoking Deer. Could be reindeer dipping in the background, or they kind of has that little replica of that past champion bloodlines, and he bucks. Really nice bull ride started. Just a really tough, get really flat. Now look out, Cody. This kid's tough too. That bull doesn't know what he's messing with.
Again, we're starting to really accumulate that 6.67, 5-6 second range. We're just not quite getting there as we go back to the Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay.
Yeah, as we're talking about tough bull riders, this kid, what I love about him, look at the grit. But there is no help. We talked about sliding back on your rope. He's doing everything he can to stay up there. You know, it just was so tough there at the end. And that young bull, he knew right where those horns were and right where Cody was. And he gave him a little shot. Tyler McDade, Casey Stefanga jumping in there. Tyler doing a heck of a job leading him out of harm's way.
Well, you see our entertainer
Yeah.
stepping in to
Arena helper.
help a bullfighter out.
The kid's walking just fine, but Aubrey, come over there. I got this. I like it. I like it.
Wyatt Wilkes getting set to go. Another one of our Idaho talented cowboys. I like this bull, Cujo.
Yeah, Cujo's been one of those high-marked bulls that they've put in these futurities as well. The Wyatts are awful proud of their young superstar, and I believe this is what this bull is going to be if he can keep doing in the path he has. He's got a big old set of horns. He's a little intimidating, but he's got revolutions when he finds a spot. Look at this kick.
Holy cow.
And I mean, holy cow is right. That bull is mean, but I'm telling you what, he has everything that you're looking for in for breeding bulls like that.
He does look the part as we go to the Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay.
Yeah, really loose on them shoulders. He's swapping ends, but when he finds you, look at that back end. He's just so athletic. He doesn't even know where he starts or where he ends. He's all over the map. Love the replay.
Yeah, the replay really showed it. Impressive. Impressive on our stock contractors and our bovine athletes. No score in the book there. We got another one ready. Connor Hubba Hagerty, Spokane, Washington. And in round number 1, it's Rusty Moose.
The Rusty Moose. Well, Hubba, as we call him, Hubba Hagerty. Vance, one of your favorites. I know this kid's. He is a ball of fire. What a good attitude. We're going to hope to get to talk to him in the victory circle here a little bit later because he's entertainment at its best. Come on, Hubba. No.
Well, it's not going to be a victory circle today. And in fact, I think might have knocked some of that good Idaho air right out of him there.
This kid, that is one of the problems with Hubba, is he's just a little bit injury prone. We saw him last year break that arm. And I tell you what, he's sitting up there in the top 5 of the standings during the middle of the summer. We just don't want anything to happen like that, an injury, ruin a good year. But he did land awful hard. I don't know if that was a collarbone or a shoulder, but this kid's tough, and that's what we'd like to see as well. He's got a little mud in his feather.
Well, the good news is seeing him back up, getting his bull rope, collecting himself. So we go now to Dalton Rudman and Party Foul.
We talked about the reserve high school champ from Utah coming in there. He did there. He's been going to some bull riding. This kid put some miles on in the bull riding trail. Goes to some touring pro rodeos, some CBRs as well. He's just finding his niche there in bull riding. I love what he's doing this summer, getting consistent.
Well, and Party Foul with a pretty decent buck-off rate. We've talked about that when we look over the statistics. Judges seem to like him in that 19, 20 to 21 point bull.
Yeah, that's one I really did think that this could be the round winner coming up to us on that. You don't see him hit the ground. He's one of them consistent cowboys that, and there's no excuse once again, and he'll tell you the same way, man. I think he should have rode this bull, and I think he'll go back to the drawing board, and next time it's going to happen for him. But like you and me mentioned there before, the good places to go, get on more bulls. So many good guys to talk to, the Scott Breddings, the guys, the Blue Stones from his area, past champions, Clint Brongers. They're a phone call away, Bow Hills. And, of course, some upcoming new talent that these guys know. So,
speaking of upcoming talent, we're going now to Payton Nelson, Smithfield, Utah. And he's partnered with Gunsmoke.
And I like this as well. Payton, one of those guys that I've come to expect him to ride, especially these long round bulls. He's been on enough bulls and went down the trail long enough. He's going to some PRC, pro rodeo now, and making a name for himself in those rodeos as well. So I think he just needs to find a direction as well, and you're going to see a lot of good things happen for Payton.
Our winner from the Rock Creek bull riding nods his head.
Yeah, and this is it. This is where they pay you or they don't. You can either turn loose and go home early or hang in there because we know there's not too many bull rides getting covered here tonight. I love that effort. That will pay dividends in the end. We're going to see if it does.
Well, 71 points. The judges are paying him. That's going to move him to the top in the long round.
And in all honesty, right there, he made a choice. And he's done the same thing I was taught. You go on with it until you absolutely can't anymore. He could have declared himself because it looked like he had enough to justify a reride on that, but Payton chose to go on. He knows there's not a lot of bull rides yet, And right here is where things got a little touchy. But he hung in there for 8. He's going to get the score, like you said, Vance.
Well, 71 points. Not a bad start in round 1 as we go to Jesse Luther from Bonners Ferry, Idaho.
Bonners Ferry, man, coming up to us, Jesse. He knows the Wyatts really well. He's kind of almost like their guy that gets on. They're all testing all their bulls. He'll get on anything. He goes to the ranch right there, the Wyatts, but he'll be back once again. It looks like he had a little injury he was dealing with before he came here as well. So, but right there, that bull kind of went down a little bit on his back end. It cost him really sitting on those pockets, and that hump in his back right there is not going to help his cause either.
Well, Chili Dog does win the battle. It's going to be a no score in round number 1 for Jesse Luther. If you look at the leaderboard, has changed, and Payton Nelson's in the lead at 71. We'll be back right after this. Back from the break, you haven't missed a single bull rider here in Kamiah. I'm Vance Ruff along with Jeff Marn. Getting set to go, the leaderboard pops up, the Nampa Auto Parts leaderboard. Payton Nelson, right before the break, took over the lead at 71.
Yeah, it's time to fill that short round up here with an opportunity right now.
Brody McCord, the Idaho talent, he's next to go. Yeah, absolutely, and we take 10 back into the short round or however many they decide, but some on rides and some on time. Is that, tell us a little bit about how that works for the opportunity to come back in another one.
Well, that's what's good. Those guys that are, right there at the whistle. You saw a few of those Cowboys take it right there to the 6-7 point mark. So their opportunities not gone yet. So we're going to see how this turns out. But if we don't have the 6 qualified rides, we're going to bring them back closest to the 8-second whistle, and that goes on the official watch. So here we go with Brody. No, Brody. Brody. Ooh, I tell you what, those hind feet of that bucking bull were going all around Brody's body.
3.37 seconds, setting him down too soon, and a no score going into the books in the long round. What do you see as that he could do better right here?
Right there, a little, that hump in the back there, and and of course we're just looking for it from where we're at here. So Brody, from taking a guess, has not been on a whole lot of bulls in his day. The first thing you could do is get a barrel and practice perfect on those moves that he's doing right out of the gate, because that's the first part of getting out of the chutes real good, and kind of looked like he did not have that opportunity here today.
As we go to Dakota Beck from Moses Lake, Washington, and Tombstone, You and I get the opportunity all year long to talk about this as we talk to rodeo crowds and announcing the rodeos that we do, and it is exactly right. That first step out of the chute sets it all up for step 2, all the way to an 8-second ride.
Here's a guy that's been featured in the Build Ford Tough series, one of the best in the business. You will not see anybody try as hard as he does. Dakota Beck, I'm a huge fan and always will be. I just love his attitude, his effort. He's got a family, and I tell you what, packs them all around. He's a whale of a talent.
Well, and it worked here in the long round, 70 points on the ride for Dakota Beck.
Yes, right there. Veteran move. He held on to that chute, just that gate, just perfectly right there, because that bull kind of took a stumble, a young bull like we talked about. And right there, not too many guys are going to make that move when he dove ahead like that. That is not a good feeling when you're on the back of one of those. He loosened up just enough to get that whistle, and that was a dogfight. Not the funnest one, I guarantee, that Dakota's ever been on in his life, but he got the job done.
Well, and like you said, knowing what it's going to take, and kind of the advantage of being later on in the sections of the long round. Only seeing a 71 now, a 70 is second. So we go to Tristan Howell from Bonners Ferry, Idaho. 3 qualified rides so far, Jeff Marn. Let's get another one.
Yeah, it's an opportunity that just went right out the window in a heck of a hurry at about 2.17 seconds looking at our clock here tonight. And I mean, his feet did come up, and it looked like, that bull was having a fairly decent day, but I don't know where those feet were, but he had them with a heck of a hold, and that inside foot did come and kick him in the W's.
Getting ready, another Cowboy continuing on in the long round. This is Jason Hodge. Not a bad matchup right here with bull number 50, Bring It.
Yeah, Bring It's been around, been to the elite professional bull riding finals before, so another one. I love these kind of deals, and so these bull riders, when they get to see a bull that they're familiar with, it almost gives them a little bit of confidence. So look for good things to happen here. A mile high bucking bull coming at him. Yeah, you can dress this one up too. That's what I like to see, that opportunity to, go out and reach one out if you're comfortable, to give him some spurring motion, some extra points, judging on how well the animal bucks, how well the Cowboy stays in control. And let's see if wow, he is bringing it. That's the thing we get caught up in, Vance, is these bulls we're used to seeing getting rode. But every now and then they're at that caliber where if they have a real good day, look out if you're sitting in the wrong spot. And this is exactly what happened. He just got reared back, and when he kicked, he meant business.
Another great shot from the Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay. It's almost scarier when they slow it down.
It is, because if you really stop the action right there at about half an inch away from just getting that bean stomped on, and we're glad everybody's up and okay as we go on to the next one.
Getting his hand set in the rope, ready to go. Caden Skinner, the Idaho talent.
Yeah, a young kid that we're seeing going around these bull rides. Oh, he takes a big shot right there. Those bullfighters are coming in there, helping out everybody from the back of the chutes. They're going to let him settle there, get his bearing straight, and get that bull out of there. But that's just, unfortunate accident right there that you hate to see, Vance.
Little razor, and you see the pickup man get a rope on him right away. Great crew here at Kamiah, Idaho. Yeah, watch this, just the collision.
And thank God he was wearing a helmet on a shot like that, because you can just tell the body was limp right there, and lights are on but nobody's home.
And thankfully, we're seeing him up, moving around a little bit.
It just gave us all a salute. They're going to sit him down, put an ice pack there, maybe take him checked out.
Well, as we get him checked out, check out that leaderboard. Payton Nelson, 71, still leading the way.
Can I help you?
Do you have a replacement for this oxygen sensor?
Oh, yeah. Watch this. Hey, Rick, what do you think?
Zirconium dioxide, 5-wire. Yeah, we got that. That's part number 24302.
What aisle?
Third.
Shelf?
Second. From the bottom.
That's like a superpower. Like a strange and specific superpower.
I heard that.
Let me get that for you.
Thank you, Rick.
You're welcome.
Quality parts.
Helpful people.
That's Nampa know-how.
Let me introduce you to the BF Goodrich All-Terrain TA KO2 tire. With technology designed to conquer the harshest terrain on Earth, the KO2 is BF Goodrich's toughest all-terrain tire ever. And now, that Baja-born toughness is ready for you. Whether you're at work or at play, take on your toughest road challenges with confidence. Turn to the experts at Wayland Tire to find the right BF Goodrich tire for whatever you drive.
Wayland Tire. We know tires.
Hey, Neil Bama here. At Bama Truck Sales, we buy, sell, and rent heavy trucks, trailers, and construction equipment. We have the largest selection in the Northwest. Check them out at yellowiron.com or just stop by our yard in Choteau or Great Falls. Check out our featured item of the week, and we'll leave the headlights on for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Ruff and Jeff Marn. Kamiah, Idaho is where we're at. Nathan Caldwell continuing on in the long round, the Hayden, Idaho Cowboy. He's drawn long knife.
Yeah, Nate, another one of those pretty new to the sport, but I tell you what, this is another kid that he's just got the energy and love for the sport right off the bat, and I look for good things for happening. He's going to need to get on a few more bulls in his time to get it up to par, but I loved it when they got so much energy in the sport.
Well, hopefully, too, we're gaining momentum. He's seeing more rides ahead of him, so hopefully we can feed off of that. Oh, dear. 3.2 seconds. Jeff.
Outstanding bull, though. I mean, Nathan, that's one of them things he's just going to have to shake off. There's going to be a few more of those before it's all said and done until you get the deal completely figured out. But it's confidence, and that's what will build you each and every time. He's going to do a little something more right every time. So hopefully he can build on his mistakes and make sure that move it into a positive at the end of the deal.
Well, again, you get a look at the Nampa Auto Parts leaderboard. Peyton Nelson, 71. Dakota Beck in there at 70. And that Coy Jones, 68. Hanging in there. Get a chance at the short round. As we are regrouping, repairing. Long round, then a short round. Dylan Yates, the Idaho talent, is partnered with Jackrabbit.
Yeah, Kooskia, Idaho. I love it. The Jackrabbit. Let's see him bounce all over the place into the 80s. That's what we need here. Short round right around the corner, like you mentioned, Vance Ruff. It's a time it's anybody's ball game right now.
Well, we just keep waiting for somebody to just bust out. You know, we've got a great lineup of bucking bulls. Somebody taps off. Katie barred the door. They're going to go the lead in the round. Oh, Dylan.
Exactly. Get up, find yourself a high seat. Casey Stavanger. Tyler McDade in there for the save once again as he jogs out of the arena. Another no score comes up.
The Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay. Big long moves right there.
Yeah, and that's it too. He was kind of waiting to sit there and go around, round, but it didn't happen here tonight. It's a long summer, Vance, and we're coming to an end, and these guys are, a lot of them, awful sore from a big weekend of rodeo.
Well, it is Labor Day weekend, and the smoke is clearing out for us here. Continuing on to be a great day in Kamiah as we go to Dalton Davis from Yakima, Washington. Rock Slide, bucking bull he's got in round one.
Yeah, Dalton, he's no stranger to the pay window, Vance. We've seen him in a lot of the episodes here take the big money. It's been a while here since he's went to the victory circle, so I'd love to get him back in there. This is another one of those talents that helped kind of organize, set up the voice for the bull riding in the Elite Professional Bull Riders as one of the bull riding directors in the past. So just an outstanding talent. Loves bull riding with a passion, and it sure could use it right now to go to the top of the leaderboard. Reaching over the front, driving that shoulder is going to help him get over the front of that bull and that first jump out. He's already got a head start right there. Nice little outing. And right there, though, just tipped into his hand. And he's been on so many bulls that I think he's just disgusted with himself right now because Dalton's one of those that he rides some of the bad cats of the business, and it just didn't happen for him here today. We're going to see what went wrong with it. It brought him right into his hand. You can see that, and it was just all over.
Well, and as you've mentioned, you know, we're into Labor Day weekend. It's been a long summer. Guys are winding down. Maybe a little sore, maybe a little tired. No excuses for him, though. We'll see a lot of Dalton in the future as we go to Matt Loomis from Donley, Idaho, and Little Cash.
Yeah, a little cash. I like this. Goes back to the great breeding programs as we talked about. We've seen some reindeer dipping, some cash bloodlines, some yellow jacket. It's been all the way from some of the top of the best ever in the bull riding business. Goes back to bloodlines of some of these good bulls.
Well, nods his head. Here's another one, choosing to go shapless, and not quite working out for him here in the long round. Down on the ground at 3.2.
Yeah, that bull goes back to the former bloodlines of a buck and bull of the year in the PRCA. So, you know, not his best out, but a dang sure think that bull's rideable, and a young bull, a talented little thing there, but just not the day for that young man here to get one twisted. So,
well, let's go to another one. Payton Fitzpatrick, Polson, Montana. We've talked about the Fitzpatricks. Red Hawk is what he's drawn in the long round.
And like I said, you've been around these Fitzpatrick boys as well as I have. What great, you know, their families are great rodeo family, and it just right down the line to the brothers, the traveling. It's a good story.
Well, these are kids that, regardless of the outcome, you'll see the disappointment if they don't do well. You'll see the excitement when they do. But regardless, you give them about 30 minutes after a rodeo or bull riding, and their equipment's packed up, smiles back on their face, and they're in the car ready to go to another one.
And you have to learn early. That has to be part of your program. Getting over something and using that as momentum. Look at this little bull ride we got going here. I was really hoping that bull would stay going around to that right, because I tell you what, he had a seat and made it look pretty easy right there. Bull ride coming in.
Boy, yeah. And the judges, I think they're going to like it. 73 points. We just keep climbing higher. And like we've been waiting for that bust-out bull ride. As we go to the Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay, if he stays in that spin, don't you think that's a big difference in those points for the judges?
Yeah, and correct me, going around to the left, I should say, into his hand. And right there, that little young bull, though, I think is going to get a little more weight on him and find his niche. And I think that's another one of those young bulls with a lot of talent. Good little start to get another one rode as well.
Boy, you're correct there. Opportunity for another one, and he is up there near the top. Money's paid in the long round as well as the short round. So hopefully we can cash a couple of checks and keep that truck going for the Fitzpatricks. Good look at our in-house announcer. So we're putting things together. Long round, Payton Fitzpatrick, 73 points. Peyton Nelson, 71. And Dakota Beck right in there in the 70 and then the 68. The Nampa Auto Parts Store leaderboard. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Short round time. Vance Ruff along with Jeff Marr. We're down to the final 6. Jeff, what do you look for in the short round?
I look for somebody to keep their hand closed and make the 8-second whistle, because it's been very few and far between, but this is a good opportunity.
Kolton Jones getting set to go. He's going to start us off. Silver Hawk, the bucking bull, he's drawn in the short round.
Yes, look at this big. This is the problem we're going to run into. Problem or really good opportunity, I should say. The bulls are going to be bigger, they're going to be stronger, they're going to be better in the short round. As you just witnessed right there, an outstanding out. Once again, Silver Hawk, a no score.
Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay. Yeah, wow.
Well, he dropped in what you call a well right there, and he just disappeared right from out from under him.
So no score for the first rider in the short round. We've got another one warming his rope up, getting his hand ready. Jamming to a little bit of the music is Cody Gerard, Yakima, Washington. Will make you famous.
Yeah, this bull unridden here in the last, I would say, about 50 outs. So you get this one twisted, you're going to write your own page in history right there. That is a handful. Whitford bucking bull right there from you. An outstanding out, make you famous. Been on some of the biggest stages in bull riding.
Boy, and making short work of Mr. Gerard right here. But like you've said, you make it to the short round. Stick it on him for 8 right here, and you're going to write your own future.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to write your paycheck, and it's going to be extra large. And I like that as well. Tell you what, he hit the arena floor pretty hard. Britt Bronson there, making sure he's up and all right. The job that Casey Stavanger and Tyler McDade have been doing out there in the bullfighting is gone unnoticed. And I tell you what, these guys really doing good as we go to the next one here today.
Well, Coy Jones getting ready to go. This is T28 Sitka. Successful in the long round. Coy picking up some points, some scores. Now an opportunity to cover 2.
Yeah, he held the lead for the bull riding for the majority of it in the long round. So look for good things. That'll set up that confidence level. But I tell you what, let's not shortcut things right now. Whitford has brought a bucking bull by the name of Sitka. I've seen this bull a time or two, 83% buck-off rate on this animal. So I tell you what, here's another one. You get it right, they're going to give you the scoreboard and let you write your own, because it's going to be a handful and a dogfight. I love the matchup.
Well, and the sun is starting to set, and again, the dust and the smoke. You know, it's been a long summer. It's been a long summer, and it's sure getting beautiful here in Kamiah. As we're down to the last few. Coy, let's get to
big time.
Oh,
you know what? If we're watching the replay, Vance, as you saw and I did, I don't know if it justifies, probably not a reride, but he did not have a great start right off the bat, as we talked about that. Watching the replay, we're going to go to that in just a moment. See what you think of it. We didn't get a great shot on that opening, but it stuck that head right up in that front chute there, and he just got laid back. And if you're going to get behind on one of those good animals, it's not going to work.
Well, let's go now to Dakota Beck from Moses Lake, Washington. 70 points in the long round. Short round bull, Peace Pipe.
You know, Peace Pipe, another one of them past futurity bucket bulls that's been in there. I tell you what, you could see a good score on paper if you're looking at this, but Dakota Beck has got his hands full. Wow, look at everything he's throwing at Dakota here today. Nice job, Casey Stavanger.
Well, you see at 4.67 on the clock. A no score is going to go into the books in the short round. Take us through this, though. It's a lot like his first round bull. A lot of moves.
You know, right there, and then he just sheerly raised himself back, sent all that power. Dakota just about got his feet back down and got another seat, and it just didn't work out for him. He's been on so many bulls that he's pretty familiar. Casey Stavanger grabbing life by the horns right off the bat. I love it.
Peyton Nelson now, Smithfield, Utah Cowboy. 71 points in the long round. Another opportunity for a Cowboy to cover 2 and get to the lead. This is Sancho.
Yes. This bull, they rode, I believe, in this event last year. They've been a pile of points on it. They've been as high as 88, in fact. Elite Professional Bull Riding Finals bucket bull. So I like Payton as well for this one, Vance. I know you're pretty high on him as well. This kid just shows so much talent. Makes short, nice moves and doesn't make it look he makes it look effortlessly. Nice bull ride started, Vance.
I think we're gonna have a gentleman cover too.
This is what we came to watch, and that's the talent of that young kid right there. Just did it the way it's supposed to look.
Well, and the judges liked it as well, 85.5 in the short round. That's going to go nicely with his long round score. Take him to the top of the leaderboard in both short round and the average. You know, Jeff, and we've talked about it, I really like the talented ones, especially with Payton. I like how he does not waste a lot of time in the buck and shoot.
He does not. And you're just looking at just a picture-perfect bull ride. Chest is out, kind of hamming it up at the end. The kid's a talent. Don't let him fool you. And if he can tell himself that enough, I think, the sky's the limit for him.
Getting another one warmed up here in the short round. You see him pulling the rope tight. Great shot from our cameraman. Once again, up and close and personal for Payton Fitzpatrick. 73 in round number 1, got the win. And we're going to Spokane, looking for that opportunity to take him to an 8-second whistle and a potential championship here in Kamiah.
Spokane, another one of them bulls that's been to the finals, and an older bucking bull that just got his move on today, and it didn't work out for the young Cowboy. Wow.
Boy, the timing of when that hand came out of the rope, I don't know if he could have gotten much higher without coming down with the snow on him, but the Freedom Northwest Credit Union replay.
He did everything right there. It looked like he was kind of keeping track of him right here. He decides to find his spot. And then the battle started. He got behind right there and just never could find a spot. And back by the flank is no place to be on one of those animals there. He saw how high he could throw him.
We've got a winner. Payton Nelson.
Bareback riding takes a special kind of person. It takes somebody that's willing to deal with all odds against them. Kind of like a David and Goliath type thing. You got to overcome the giant, and it's the most physically demanding event in rodeo, and man, there's nothing like it. I've tried them all, and it's the best. There are a lot of guys that chew tobacco, and I've seen my friends have the start of cancer in their lip and they change it from top to bottom rather than quitting, and I've run across guys who have to push a button to speak to me because they've gotten throat cancer and can no longer speak on their own. It takes a special person to ride a bucking horse and go against something that much bigger than you and conquer it. You know, if you can do that, then you can kick the habit of chewing. It's the same thing. Put your mind to it and you can get it done. In rodeo, you never back down from a challenge. So I challenge you, quit chewing today.
Truck manufacturers these days are producing some pretty powerful trucks. That's why we designed the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. It's built with stronger advanced compounds that hold up to tougher conditions. The Defender LTX MS has outstanding all-season traction and excellent fuel efficiency backed by our 70,000-mile warranty. So whether it's a working truck or you're hauling your snowmobile or boat, you'll get the most out of every mile. Turn to the experts to find the right Michelin tire for whatever you drive.
Whalen Tire. We know tires.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Vance Ruff, along with Jeff Marn. The dust has settled in the arena. The sun is setting in the beautiful Clearwater Valley here at Kamiah, Idaho. Another great elite professional bull riders event. Jeff Marn, tell me what you thought of the short round action.
You know, I loved it, and especially the way Payton Nelson came to play today. That kid, I've been bragging on him all year, and he is a talent. There's a reason he's going to win a lot of money in bull riding, but also look at the young bulls that they were up against today. A little bit of time in the buck and shoot, but it was all said and done. Those are going to be some great talents to look forward to.
Well, we're going to continue on the Elite Professional Bull Riders Tour. Stop back in, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you, everybody.